You guys, look at all this gear. Look at all this gear I got. Look at all this gear I got. Look. Look. Look at all this gear I got. Look. 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 Stanford baseball. You guys should have. Getting that gear for myself is me self-starting. Do I expect gear from you guys? No, not at all. In fact, I want to buy stuff for the scouts that are scouting on you. Eventually, in the year 2092, am I doing the Center for Students and Athletes, the Dave Esker Center for Students and Athletes, while coming on the heels of the Coach Mark Marquez Center for Students and Athletes sometime between the year 2020 and 2091 and a half. Yes, that's what we are shipping right now. Are we gonna wait for money to be donated from here to there in order to do the Mark Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at Stanford University? No, we're not gonna wait. We're gonna ship right now. What are we shipping? Day number 9 of the 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. What is going on with you guys? Let's perhaps backtrack a tad and then win at baseball before our first plate appearance. Why wait for money to go from here to there or here to there and from here to there? Because what in the world is that transfer kid doing? You know me. Why are you going to A&M for $500K? You have my number. Your mom has my number. Gretchen's got my number. Your dad has got his number. Your Uncle Larry, he's got my number. Why didn't you just be like, hey, we can just win at baseball. I'm going to need $500K or else I am outie to A&M. $500K? That was it? So here's the angst winning, which is this. Day number 9 of the 23 days of OpenAI is the Mark Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by Southwest. Winning. Winning because we bring Stanford gear to the team hotel in Omaha. Why? Because the hotel didn't really prepare for you guys. So guess who brought Stanford gear? So in this relationship where somebody should be getting the gear, I'm bringing my own gear. That's what makes baseball players scary, is when, like Orrin Hoffman says, when the truest sense of an entrepreneur is when you bring office supplies from your house to the office. I'm bringing baseball supplies to the team hotel from my dorm room. When we have this attitude to self-start, we now can self-fund our minor league baseball time, which could be kind of long because we got drafted and we're never going to quit. Why would you ever quit? That's what the partial idea, quarter baked, 3/4 baked, of the Mark Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by Southwest. Let's get into it, which is this. What if you could get the return barriers? What if you could get the return on investment for a vacation before you paid money to go on vacation May 13 to May 26 in North Carolina? What are those days? May 15, 16, and 17, all y'all are playing at NC State, And then luckily enough, the ACC baseball tournament is right afterwards. Why do I have this cute little ram? Because this is what you're going to learn at the Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by, which is this. Slap an animal on it and make your Stanford Engineering, Technology, Entrepreneurship, Engineering 145 class slay. Slaying and winning. Slay like sleigh bells ring, are you listening? There's 99 days of Christmas. OpenAI did only 12 days. That's why Larry Chang's doing 23. Do you guys like how I put the apology letter for, I can read it, the Allied Services mishap? Oops! Moving along, because we don't need apologies. Actually, we do need apologies. We don't need friction. Let's just keep rolling. Marc Marquez Center, comma quote, Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by, end quote. Day 9. Did I come up with this less than an hour ago? Yes. Barriers to you traveling to Omaha like a billionaire. Because day number 1 of the Super Regional at Lubbock, guess what? Guess what happened? Larry Changbang had to come up with 60 dimes, 60 sticks. Could you imagine if I spent $60 million to go to Omaha? My God, that's actually a really good idea. 60 grand. But guess what? Year 2, cash flow positive. Year 3, more cash flow positive because I DJ'd in external APIs. Is that what we're gonna learn at the center? Yeah. The Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes to get ROI for business school while you're in the minor league bus going to minor league stadiums, scouting out parking lots to turn around because we're doing Irv Grosbeck turnarounds, Stram GT 353. Is this a little too inside baseball for you? Well, that's what you guys get for being awesome. I don't want to know the signals. Don't tell me the signals. I don't want to know. In fact, I don't want to even know the starting lineup until it's published by the public announcer. What if you got ROI, barriers to going to MBA school? Irv Grosbeck. Section 6, row D, seats 4 and 5. What if when you were a sophomore thinking about transferring to a crap school for only $500K, what if you made $500K doing a parking lot turnaround while you're on a bus for minor league baseball stadiums? Does it take money to make money? No, because software ate the world. And I'm not making fun of Irv Grosbeck. I'm just asking the question, what if Irv Grosbeck had a computer science degree from the University of Illinois? This video just got fire, which is, what if Augie Garrido had a computer science degree? I asked myself that because I'm an idiot. Going to the University of Illinois is going to be the worst decision of your life. Coach, I know what I'm doing. I'm the smartest person I ever met. My mother went to Yale. My dad went to MIT. I understand everything about everything all the time. I'm a genius. I wish I could find that child and tell him some things. Different topic, different video. Let's go. The Coach Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by, it works like this. Getting back to basics. What is my pinned tweet? It's Tristan Beck talking about Tommy Byers. That's a little too advanced, but it's not. Let's make this basic, which is, what could we learn from hashtag ENGR145? What can we learn from that? We can learn 20 lectures, technology entrepreneurship, with Barrier, which is page 68. I know, I'm kind of like this all the time. Why is this RAM here? Because you slap an animal on your company, Barrier, 4 Z's, 5 Z's, barriers, and this RAM knocks through those barriers. Guess who gave me this bobblehead? The dude who got me into Bitcoin. Let's call him Dan, and surprisingly, he's Canadian. Is he going to benefit from the Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes? I think so. But if he doesn't, I've already said thank you. Thank you again. BYO Future on X. What we're doing with Irv Grosbeck's class, Tommy Byers' class, Tom Kosnick's class, Technology Entrepreneurship, is we are distributing that class, because we're going to get back to basics, which is, how do we start a lemonade stand business? How do we add a little bit of guacamole and then get to 500K lickety split super fast, breaking through barriers? Can I touch your iPhone with my NFC card? That's my building ID pass that doubles as a NFC card that then lets you have app functionality prior to downloading an app. When was the last time you downloaded an app? When was the last time? It's probably been a while, right? So we provide in-app functionality prior to downloading an app. Don't want to block my money pillow. Kappa Alpha Theta, Hawker Entrepreneurship Club, who's also genius. You're welcome to come to the all are welcome Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes. Am I going to be giving you free gear? Nope. This is what I'm going to be giving you. Chinese advice, deeply understood Chinese knowledge, a notebook. So we're going to learn to take notes, because succeeding inside of hashtag ENGR145, no trademark, I open sourced it, you're welcome, which is how to succeed in Silicon Valley and the capital of Silicon Valley, Miami, Florida, using pen and paper and arithmetic. Because I'm not laughing at you guys, but not a lot of people can calculate that May 15, May 16, May 17, Stanford versus North Carolina State. That is a college that me and Steve Jurvetson can graduate within 2 years, 2 weeks, 2 days. May 15, May 16, May 17. That's Stanford baseball's Achilles heel, by the way, which, not Achilles heel like bad, but just kind of weakness, is playing schools that are street smart, public school, super hungry. So arithmetic, being able to calculate May 15, May 16, May 17. Why? Because now we can think about getting ROI and wrap in a business trip. Now we can think about ROI by doing the ACC baseball tournament preview in Miami, my ACC baseball preview in Austin, Texas, the ACC baseball preview party unofficial in downtown Palo Alto at Fresh Yogurt or at Evia. And then you API in the external API of Evia because they don't let you DoorDash. 420 Emerson. When we do this, we basically end up like basic using arithmetic and math is we do Epiphany Hotel sequel. Oh my God, did I just accidentally co-found Nobu Hotel by doing a pop-up? Yes. Is this crazy stuff that is free for everybody at the Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes? What is this in a nutshell? What are you talking about? I'm so confused right now, but also so entertained. What if Marc Marquez were to be coaching you up hard and telling you to go to do some pretty basic things if he had a JD MBA from Stanford, Harvard, and Yale? So a sextumvirate JD MBA. That's a Yale business, Yale law, Harvard, Harvard business, Stanford, Stanford law. Like, what if he had that sextuple PhD and then was boiling it down to the most basic thing, which is, this is how to get to the first base of business, which is 600K, which is why I'm kind of angry at my pretty good friend who decided to jet over to like A&M. What? 600K. So engineering 145. Why did I get to teach at Palo Alto's Communities College for 3.5 years? It's because I solved the problem of too much talk about being a billionaire, not enough talk about getting off of $0 to 600K. Getting back to basics with engineering 145. What am I talking about? I'm talking about, what if an octogenarian were to, this guy, I am 3 octogenarians. Tom Brady's 270 years old. At least I could be 3 times 8, which is about 26 years old. Oh my God. It's 24 years old. 3 times 80 is I'm 24 years old. Oh, is this episode 2, Tom versus Time? That's not in the Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes. That is not. That is in the Tom Brady, Greg Hardy school of frou-frou, reverse trash talk stuff that I'm really now just digging into, because that Tom Brady guy, he's at an IQ of like 86, which is also my party for day 6 with Richard Campo at Camden, which is 3 days prior to day 9, which is Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by Southwest. Stanford University almost just flows right out. Take my money. I'm not getting angry, okay? I'm not getting angry. Because you not taking the money is letting me donate basically $1 when I would have donated that money a long time ago. Day 6, Richard Campo with the prior, I almost said prior art. It's not prior art. It is this. At the core, you're doing a lemonade stand business using pen and paper, and then not cheating the calendar, but you are reading ahead in the calendar. Remember, Stanford baseball plays North Carolina. Stanford baseball plays North Carolina. I don't know what to do with my hands. I feel like Ricky Bobby. What do I do with my hands during my interview? May 15, May 16, May 17. So what we're doing with Tom Brady's IQ of 86 is we are winning at entrepreneurship while we're winning at entrepreneurship. Do you like how I didn't break everything, which can happen? Altogether, 11 points into this succinct paragraph, as my phone's blown up, for this. Lisa Falzone, happy birthday on Friday. Blonde Billionaires, the Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by is very, very nice to blonde billionaires such as Lisa Falzone, Sarah Loretta, Shelby Haas, David Rorsheim. In fact, instead of me donating $110 million, I should just fundraise for the Stanford University, quote, Marc Marquez Center for students and athletes at Stanford. I say Stanford twice because I don't want that building to get confused with the Augie Garrido Center for Students and Athletes at Fullerton. Larry, why don't you just name the Fullerton building the Larry Chang Center of Students and Athletes? You're hilarious and we love you. That was almost Trump. In fact, that feels pretty good. He's an idiot, by the way. Pam Bondi, I'm gonna... Peace, serenity, winning with Lisa Falzone. Again, second time. Happy birthday. Thank you for winning with Tom Kosnick and Tom Byers with Global Entrepreneurship Management GEM. I didn't take that class because I went to the University of Illinois. We are going to get back to basics. Fielding grounders. Well, I want to field grounders. Okay, before I get into the basics, can I take some grounders at NC State with you guys? I will wear my cowboy hat. Do you like how I ask say no questions? Because if you could say no, but you also could say yes. This is why I get super hot girls to fly me places because of barrier. Okay, so I swear we're gonna focus, which is this. This is our focus. Reps. Lectures 1 through, and if you've listened this far, okay, congratulate yourself because this is where the money is. But the money doesn't come until you get that angst. Oh my God, Maxwell Maltz, Psycho-Cybernetics, Augie Garrido. Cal State Fullerton was really nice. Thank you for hosting, by the way. I was cheering against you guys, but I definitely wasn't cheering against you guys when the score's like 7-3. I was like, I hope Stanford comes back to just 7-6. I just hope that it's 7-6, but you know, Stanford losing. But then 9-7. Okay, game 3. Let's focus. The basics of 20. Fullerton, you can have this too. Texas Tech, 80, thank you. Focus. 20 lectures of Engineering 145. Remember, Stanford Engineering already distributed these and made them open source. And if you want to claw back your open source, I can change that class 80%. Remember, slap an animal on it and make it slay. Sorry, coach, I'm using you because the animal's over here. We need to get right down to finishing up this video so that way I can get on with day number 6, which is barrier with Richard Campo and doing a building turnaround for Camden, making millions and billions. 20 lectures to get us to 600K. Realizing that $0 is the hardest dollar. Realizing that lemonade stand business, incredibly potent, incredibly powerful. Let's expand on the basics. Technology entrepreneurship, engineering 145. I open sourced another open source so that way it's clean of trademark. What am I standing upon? Carl Opedal, Larry Lessig, Mark McCormack, Larry Chang. Trademark genius, trademark genius, trademark mother scratching genius. When this fact is UTE Week, University of Texas Entrepreneur Week. Nope, that's not what it stands for. Hashtag UTE Week. It's University of Tennessee Entrepreneur Week in Austin. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy, the athletic director. Randy Comstar is the person who started Engineering 145 with Tommy Byers. Do you like how I'm a student of history? I am. 20 lectures. You guys hydrating? Oh my God. Is that my mentor talking to me, Tom Brady? Where are you? I mentored Tom Brady, Reverse Trash Talk. Let's focus. 20 lectures on shipping the product market fit, crossing the chasm from the right, understanding 4 steps to the epiphany, incorporating what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School, adding in business model generation, Alexander Ostrander, with Jeffrey Moore's book, Crossing the Chasm. That's a water burp. That's not a food burp. And digestive health, critical. Food is medicine. Dropping perfect. Deuces. Digestive health. Ambidextrous deuces. Quinn Matthews, you're still my mentor. And like celebrity jock sniffing people who get mentored, get autographs, I have spent 2 minutes per 2 hours that you have spent with me. That's about the ratio of mentee to mentor, because I've practiced like a single digit number of minutes. I just like telling people that Quinn Matthews is my mentor. I don't actually want to do the baseball work of becoming a 94 MPH lefty. I don't want to do any of that work. I just want to look like I could do the work. Is this the Center for Entrepreneurship Studies that I got that dean fired for being against the organization that I'm a co-founder of, StartX? A little bit. Fortune cookie sized morsel explosions, compression algorithmic angst that I just push out, because what that was all real. The jokes are funny, it's 110% serious. Getting back to unconfusing people with some basic talk is this. The Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by Southwest. Nailed it. That is day number 9. It DJs to chapter 9 of my mentor Larry Chang's book, What They Don't Teach You at Stanford GSB. Chapter 9, Entrepreneurship. There are 9 types of founders. The joke one for the Quinn Matthews one, that's real. That's a type of founder. They're friends with famous people like Larry Chang, but then they don't do any of the work. Quinn Matthews is my mentor, truly my mentor. But I don't spend any time working on being a great left-handed pitcher. I mean, I do, but I spend like 9 minutes every other month doing that work. Am I going to be a successful left-handed pitcher? No. If you just spent 9 hours a week doing engineering 145 in minor league baseball, you should make $600K. Lecture 19, CS 183E. Lecture 19, engineering 145, Tom Kosnick, Tom Byers, Chuck Easley, even Tina when she rolls in and decides to bowling ball a class. Lecture 19, CS 183D. Lecture 19, Peter Thiel, CS 183. I wish I were making it up. It's like reading one page of a book, page 172, page 178. The entire book is usually summarized on one of those 2 pages. Lecture 19 must be the G-spot of Stanford engineering lectures on entrepreneurship. When I say G-spot, I mean my hot zone go-to spot. I'm totally joking. The G-spot, it doesn't exist. What does exist is Lecture 19, CS 183D, September 14, 2015, where my AI agent got an agent. My AI, 23 days of OpenAI, day number 9, nugget number 27. My AI agent needs an Asian. Aced it! At the Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by Southwest. Oh my God, I aced that again. No more tongue twisters for this dyslexic guy who got diagnosed a retard. Oh my God. The key to dyslexia is speed reading. If I were to read a script, I would not be able to, because this is not how you're supposed to read. You're supposed to read like this. The words themselves have meanings. University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, you don't have to just say it aloud, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. No, you just see the words like they're Chinese and it goes right into your brain. Did I just solve dyslexia at a party for Warren Buffett at the Houston Super Bowl when Tom Brady came back and won? And I took off on Saturday because I wanted to save money. So if I don't go to the Super Bowl, I can go to all the sporting events all year times 1,000 and buy 12 Bitcoin. I'll just stay for the week of parties and then jet. Well, not me jet, because what I did in Las Vegas was, oh my God. What I did in Las Vegas, I'm going to be teaching right now for point number 27, which is point number 27 of the dude who bats 7th in the lineup. Number 27. You like that? Which is, I sold the private jet slot and I took a bus to LA and then I took a commercial flight home. Do you like that arbitrage? That was LAS. Speech mishap. LAX, LAS, LAS to LAX. I mean, you could see how I did make one verbal error as a DEI. A defensively excellent infielder, which this shortstop is. 88 miles an hour at 88 years old. Life goals. Point number 27 is, can you arbitrage during your business trip? Sorry, coach, I'm covering up your number. Can you cover up your, in fact, this is a better video right here. Hey, come to Stanford. Don't go to the University of Illinois. You can only say yes. He can't say no. Oh my God. This bobblehead given to me by Dan at a baseball game. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for your mentorship too. Quinn Matthews, I need to be a better mentee. Point number 27, continued. In the 7 hole, I laugh because it's funny on multiple levels. Focusing on Las Vegas arbitrage, because next year the Super Bowl's in Santa Clara, February 8th. Can you, not you guys, I know you guys can go for free, but if you're my neighbor in Miami, can you go to the Super Bowl for free? Which is what I did for the Kobe Bryant. I passed away during the Super Bowl, taking a helicopter, because that was Miami when the Chiefs were playing the 49ers, because I self-funded that trip to Miami. That's point number 27, breaking the barriers to entering Super Bowl, period. So you're basically self-funding a trip to the Super Bowl by asking Grok 3 to study buddy with Larry Chang, hey, how do I get to Santa Clara for February 8th in the week of parties before? Not by sports betting, but by front running using arithmetic, by using pen and paper like you're a 7th grader and doing arithmetic, because 25 New Orleans plus 1 is Santa Clara. That's arithmetic. People can't do that math. That's why the first year I went to Omaha, I got screwed. Not screwed. Well, sort of screwed, actually. Garden Court Hotel, Hilton Garden Inn. Garden Court Hotel, that's a great property. Downtown Palo Alto. Hilton Garden Inn. Drop $60K. Oops. Third year, Marriott. Stanford, you're welcome for a great team hotel. Year one at the Hilton Garden Inn, I learned that Warren Buffett does an annual conference right before May 1 to May 3rd. So what we're doing, some basics, day number 9 of the 23 days of OpenAI, the basics are this. Hilton Garden Inn, connecting to the Marriott, connecting to Warren Buffett. These are all hashtag external APIs. Can you get ROI for Berkshire Hathaway annual conference before attending Berkshire Hathaway? Can you get ROI for Berkshire Hathaway annual conference by day number 2 of the 3-day conference? Because if you can't get your ROI by day number 3, you're a retard. Who said that to me? Mark McCormack. I'm pointing myself as Mark McCormack because I went ahead and Steve Jobs, Aristotle, Alexander the Great out of that. I read his book so many times that I could teach it. I can't teach this guy's because I've really only barely met him. But what I can do is reverse engineer Mark McCormack talking to you about, can you get ROI for your 7-day business trip by day number 7654321 or negative 60? Point number 39 was amazing. That was point number 39. Is there a 39 this year? I think there is. I need to memorize better. Brady Reynolds. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here is we are doing arithmetic and taking notes. Now I'm going to ask you, what do your notes look like up till now? What do your notes look like? Text me your notes. Do you love day number 9 of the 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest? Because day number 9 is the Mark Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by Southwest. Oh, hey, I have a question. So at Cal State Fullerton, when it's the Augie Garrido Center for Students and Athletes, are you going to be involved somehow? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be involved, okay? The janitor's closet or the toilet cleaning. Okay. In fact, the women's bathroom, call that the Larry Chang Center for Hydration and Filtering. Not joking. Not joking. Are you laughing? Why are you not laughing? That was hilarious. I can work on my joke timings a little bit. Or I could work on my baseball hitting timings, because I spend a little too much time becoming great on defense that I can't hit a lick. That being said, can I take batting practice with you guys? Number of views, 6. Guess who's gonna watch this video and then laugh his giant butt off? The person's got 2 thumbs, 3 legs. It's this guy. It is BDE on another level, isn't it? Don't think of it as big unit energy. Think of it as Chapter 11, Think and Grow Rich, Sexual Energy Transmutation. I'm taking this angry angst, which I don't have any angst. It's just kind of a generated thing, and I parlay it into your monetary energy. Let's recap the ninth day of the 23 days of OpenAI. Mark Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by Southwest. I'm probably going to do it in a janitor's closet because not to be disrespectful of Coach Mark Marquez, but to exemplify what a snowball rolling down a hill is. Think of a Larry Chang fastball. It's 84, but somehow it seems faster because the ball's heavier, ? But then when I load it up on social media, that stuff looks 179 miles an hour. Why? Not because Tom Brady's going to Photoshop the video, but because money appears much more significant when it's in your pocket. How do you not laugh at that? Because you thought I was gonna say objects appear closer something, because that is a joke, no homo. Which is why I went the other way. Because money appears more significant when you're holding it. You could call me the largest scam artist of (2011). Examine your return on investment on day number 9 with $0. Point number 33. Approximately. Send me these notes and I will say, enjoy being rich. And send me the notes and I will say, you're welcome and thank you. And now I'm getting confused who the mentor is and who the mentee is, which is why when I mentored Tom Brady, later I got confused as to, oh, that's why he's so smart, because he can learn from retards. Like the way he pointed at Doug Flutie after he threw a home run grand slam into the end area. I am probably, in my own mind, a top 72 comedian on my floor. This is where I bring up something that's unbelievable. Greg Colby, University of Illinois football coach. He thought I should be the quarterback. Stuff that you can't make up, but this is just true, and this is confessional. You wanted to stay to the end. Like, why didn't you leave 10 minutes ago? Which is this. Have you heard of the 7-tool athlete? Yeah, there isn't that. It's the 2 intangibles plus the dude with the 1 tool, which is trying to sell you that there's more than 5 tools, which there are, but I didn't know that because I only had 1.5 tools. But now I'm a 1-tool player who's selling you on the 7 tools. It's the 5 tools, intangibles, and then more intangibles. Is this TB7 because it's TB12 plus 7? Which is why arithmetic is hard for people to do. It's 2 layers of intangibles with the 5 because I have an arm cannon. Not registered any longer in California to carry 2 arm cannons. Quinn Matthews, I need to apologize. I need to be a better mentee and I need to put the work in because of that quote that I can't remember because I never say it. Talent without practice is practically wasted talent. What's that thing where if you're really good at stuff and then you don't work? Oh, I know what it's called. It's called Larry Changing it in baseball, which is why I now Mark McCormack it in entrepreneurship. Back to the 20 lectures What number point are we on? Send me this. Send me this. Send me these. Send me these. I'm trying to get better at English because it's the only language I know. Most American person in America. America, you're welcome. America, you're welcome. Yes, I financially benefit from singing country music. Let's focus. Your 20 lectures can be my AI agent is now acting as the Chinese Cowboys musical agent because I literally have 9 songs. Song 2, Vagina Whisperer. Song 3, Vagina Whisperer. Song 2, Pussy Magnet. Song 1, What the Vagina Whispers, which is your phone's not so smart, it's really just breaking your brain. But more country. I'm also fundraising for a voice coach, so any help with introductions, not money. The money comes from here to there. That's your joke business. Is that chapter 69 right off the board? Snowball? Alice, the ex-analyst, criticizing Berkshire Hathaway, chapters 1 through 64. Did I write chapters 65 through 72? Is this part of the center? Yes. The Mark Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by. Reading books, extrapolating ahead. I brought some prep with me. I brought some preparation with me. Preparation, money. Preparation, money. In the year 2092, when I shipped the David Esker Center for Students and Athletes at Stanford University, I will then, even then, not need preparation H. Why? Perfect deuces. Perfect deuces. Hydrate. Oh, really getting back to basics. Hashtag PO Box 105281. Let me repeat. Hashtag PO Box 105281. Is this Bruce Wang? Is this day 7 of the 23 days of OpenAI? Am I learning from hot blondes? Yeah. Day 0, Sarah Loretta. Day 11, Shelby Sapp. Day 7, Lisa Falzone. While I'm smoking hot right now, let's go Whitney Wolf, day 21. Let's go day 23, Sarah Blakely. Batting 1,000 when it comes to blonde billionaires. Ooh. Kind of just turned myself on a little bit. You can feel that, right? I don't feel dirty when that happens. I look sparkly. That's what we're doing on lectures 1 through 20. And Tristan Beck talking about Engineering 145 in my pinned tweet on x.com. By the way, if we're sharing this video and we haven't met before, this is what I look like. I'm 5'4". I kind of have a little bit of a small man attitude, okay? Because on video, I look like I'm like 6'5", 240. But in real world, I'm like 5'4". I'm Larry Chang. Hi, how are you? I like baseball, entrepreneurship, and putty. I enjoy putty, entrepreneurship, and baseball about in that order. We can do this rep from the Tristan Beck video because, hey, you might be asking, what's Tristan Beck been up to lately? I actually ask myself that twice a day because I have to scroll through that picture in order to hit that X tweet button. My first 63,030 tweets, 63,030 are 63,030 tweets that anybody can do for $0. The middle 63,000 30 tweets are the tweets. This is the structure. This is day number 9 of the 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest, which is Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by Southwest. The last 63,030 tweets are things that you dare not even try because they're Jedi in business level. The stage that I'm in right now is I'm redoing 0 to 63030. That's also Sam Altman, 23 Days of OpenAI, South by Southwest prequel, which is the 12 days of OpenAI in December. Do you even know that? Nobody did. Sam Altman, at SAMA, that my Eskimo brother Elon Musk calls Scam Altman. No judgments. September 14, 2015. How are you loving watching this video in a janitor's closet at South by, maybe in a bathroom? That's not disrespectful to Coach Marc Marquez. It is not. It's weird, but it's not disrespectful. I'm trying to do the Center for Students and Athletes myself. So if anything, I'm disrespecting myself while putting myself into the janitor's closet. Oh my God, this video is so awesome. I'm gonna cry. By calling the janitor's closet in Fullerton. Thank you so much for the way you hosted me, you guys. That was really nice. I'm literally crying from being so awesome. Calling it the janitor's closet, why? Because every day is day 0. Every home run I give up is home run 0. Every deuce that I drop perfectly is deuce 0. That's why it's the janitor's closet, and that's why in the stadiums that I play in, the shitter's always super clean because I clean it. Because I'm the best person on the team and the most hustly. Why? Because I kind of screwed it up. I kind of screwed it up when I was young. Oh, Augie Garrido, enjoy your Center for, I almost said Center for Entrepreneurial Studies. This MBA Bishop Auditorium stuff, it just leaks right out of me, just like ekes out of me. What we're doing with Engineering 145, the 20 lectures, is we're combining it with another octogenarian dude, Irv Grousbeck. Tom Kozlik, Tom Byers, Randy Commissar, 20 lectures of Engineering 145. Irv Grousbeck, I don't know actually what his lecture number 19 is. Doesn't matter. 20 lectures of STRAM GT 353. 14 chapters of Mark McCormack. It's octogenarian upon octogenarian upon octogenarian. And I'm loading up a 5th octogenarian because I'm in flow. I'm in flow right now because I'm angry. Who's angry like that? A fake kind of angry? Did you buy that a little bit? Tom Brady. He's the 5th octogenarian that I'm adding into the 23 Days of OpenAI at South by Southwest at the Marc Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by. I'm adding in a 6th octogenarian. I think I'm up to like 8 if I add myself in, because I'm 3 octogenarians. I got 9 octogenarian genius taking our collective 4,888 IQ points, with me having 90% of the IQ points, if I'm going to be honest. All those IQ points compressioned right into 80 IQ points, which is we operate lectures 1 through 20 as if we have an IQ of 88. No lower, no higher. This is why. Pen to paper, arithmetic, basics. Like this video has almost gone off the skids how many times? 0 actually. All Engineering 145 is what if Tom Koznick, Tom Byers walked across the street to the business school and said, shouldn't Larry be the athletic director because he just DJ'd two departments that kind of hate each other? Now you understand why I connected South by and UT. I'm going to quote my mentee. The wars in academia were so fierce because the stakes were so low. The war between departments were so fierce because the stakes were so low. My mentee said that. Peter Thiel. Peter said, Larry, Confinity, I'm lost. I fixed this shit, cadaver turnaround. Is that part of Engineering 145? Marty Pitchinson, another future octogenarian. Right now he's only like 40. You're welcome. Because I took the time to break it down into some super simple shiitake by page number. Am I selling you on my PhD thesis at a Boston area college, part of the ACC tour? Yeah, I am selling you that thesis. I don't have a PhD, but I went ahead and dropped the thesis. Come on, that's hilarious. Do you want to know what the thesis is? The thesis is lecture number 2, Engineering 145, Cross the Chasm from the Right, what Mr. Peabody can teach us about the fifth epiphany. Steve Blank, 4 Steps to the Epiphany, lecture 0, 4 Steps to the Epiphany, Steve Blank, Mark McCormack, What They Don't Teach at Harvard Business School, Alexander Schroeder, Business Model Generation, Eric Reed's Lean Startup, Jeffrey Moore, Crossing the Chasm, parentheses, from the right. It's a sequel to all 5 people's books. It's a sequel to all 5 people's books into that book. Do you see what YC and Stanford think of me when I'm front running your content? Because I know your content, if you're in entrepreneurship and an author, I know your content better than you know your own content. Book, chapter, verse, page number. Is that trash talk? I almost said shit talk, which is what I'm doing on day 11 is shitcoin turnaround. Is that shit talk? Is that trash talk? No. I mean, it is, but it's not white or black person trash talk. It's Chinese person shit talk, which is, if I'm saying it like that, I have the inches and the MPHs and the spin rates to back it up, which is, I know Steve Blank's content, Professor Steve Blank, well enough to put it into my stand-up comedy, which is chapter 65. Did I just import The Vagina Whisperer into Steve Hilton's hotel, the Marriott, Omaha, year 3, under the David Esker administration? Which is, can we extrapolate prior to spending money at the Marriott? Can we boil it down to arithmetic? Can we, as a 400 IQ person, try to just win with 88 of our IQ points? Wrapping up Mark Marquez Center for Students and Athletes at South by, we are attempting to break down the barriers by lecture 9, Engineering 145 traditional, which is crossing the chasm. Slap an animal on it and make it slay. You guys, it's been terrific spending time with you. If you have any questions, because I've presented about 290 to 880 years of entrepreneurship thought leadership content. ETL, Entrepreneurship Thought Leadership Series at Huang Engineering, pun intended. Oh my God, I had no idea that Jensen Huang didn't even go to undergrad there. Check out Stanford Astronauts. I think it's 100% University of Illinois, 0% Stanford undergrads. So, hey, undergrads, you're kind of in a little bit of danger.